Hello and welcome back to this week's TCR Express. I'm digital media editor Warren Frey. It's been a busy week at the Daily Commercial News and the Journal of Commerce, and I'm here to give a summary of what our reporters have been working on and what they have coming up in the next little while. Journal of Commerce staff writer Russell Hixson just put out a story about how Gensler, the global architecture design and planning firm, has released a data-driven forecast for post-pandemic construction. One of the emerging themes is flexibility as work and home life become blurred and spaces are adapted and retooled for new uses. Homes will become more office-like, and offices will become more home-like, with more collaboration space to allow people to connect. The Gensler forecast says the pandemic accelerated trends that were already underway, and they gathered their data with one survey at the beginning of the pandemic and another in the fall. Russell's also been covering the Women Build BC conference this week, so we'll have coverage for that event to go along with all the stories and other media we put out on March 8th to celebrate International Women's Day. A special shout out to the video directed by Darcy Spiteri, where tradeswomen lip sync to the Eurythmics Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves. You can check that video out on both the Daily Commercial News and the Journal of Commerce. Angela Gismondi also covered International Women's Day with a story about Nikki Noble, a welding professor at Lambton College in Sarnia, Ontario, who spoke at the recent Empowered Women virtual event on March 3rd. Noble said the best advice she can give to high school students interested in a welding career is to be confident. Angela also recently attended an EllisDon International Women's Day event, which she said offered many different perspectives from women in the trades participating in a panel discussion that at times got a little emotional. DCN staff writer Don Wall has a story out about Aecon project communications manager Paulette den Elzen, who was recently recognized as a powerful black woman in construction by the Toronto Community Benefits Network. She says she doesn't see herself as a mover or a shaker in the construction justice movement, but she is ready to step up and speak out if it will make a difference. Don also attended Skills Ontario's International Women's Day virtual conference, and he'll have stories from panels varying from women in the trades who have had children and spoke about strategies to deal with maternity leave, working while pregnant, and their experiences coming back to the workplace. And he also attended a panel by a 10-year veteran crane operator who broke down her tips on how to get ahead in the trades as a woman. And I've also written a story about Bridget Software, a female-led construction company in Ontario that has signed a major deal with Skanska Buildings US to implement their Bridget Bench product across Skanska's enterprise. You can also hear audio of Bridget co-founder Mallory Brody in last week's TCR Express. Make sure to tune in on Friday when I'll be talking to Hemsworth Architecture founder John Hemsworth and Katerra Director of Mass Timber Engineering Robert Malzek about On5 and the Upper Skeena Recreation Center, two very different projects that both make innovative use of mass timber and other wood-based technologies. You can listen to the Construction Record and TCR Express on the Daily Commercial News and Journal of Commerce websites, as well as on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Amazon Music's podcast section. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.